We expect at least in 3 years, I don't know whether it is possible to make it within 3 years to make all these incubators self-sustainability. But at least sincerely one has to make effort. But in the process, I also find there is some disconnect between the students because of the fee structures and all. Maybe to see that all the students, because once after these incubators come into this space, I find even the labs and departments has a lot of role to play to connect with the students, especially to the entrepreneurship, innovation and startups. So everything has to be aligned. When we say institution has got a lot of things to offer. Not only facilities, also expertise and know-how. These things can be made available through the departments, laboratories and these incubators by doing the pre-incubation and all those mentoring services to the students. I'm sure more and more students are to come into this space. This is a need of the hour. Because when I find it is not the endowment of resources or things like that to distinguish between the nations. A nation which is capable of converting these resources into jobs and wealth through entrepreneurship. They are able to be succeed. They are able to be very, very successful in providing improved standard and well-being to the citizens. Even within Tamil Nadu, we will say some of the very nicely endowed resource like Jharkhand and all those due to various other problems they are not able to come up. Tamil Nadu is fairly doing good and there is a tremendous potential as I find here all those chancellors, pro-chancellors and all those, they are the visionaries, they are really entrepreneurs. I think they can make successful and this campus can come out very, very, set a model in running this incubators, accelerators and all those things, creating a conducive ecosystem. I wish them to be very successful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Really, this is one of the important opportunity given to me. Thanks to our Vice Chancellor, Registers, and other VIPs who are sitting in the dais and all the participants. So our accelerator has explained overall outline for this. I think everybody knows about the innovation and incubation. I am the Deputy Director of EDI. I am looking for innovation and incubation. Just now, 7 and 8 months back, I joined in EDI. I don't know about innovation and incubation. Now I thoroughly know about incubation and innovation. When I joined, only 25 startups are there selected for that innovation. Now we have reached 115 plus. Next to IIT, I probably say that this is a great opportunity. Whoever startups are there, it is a great opportunity to apply for an innovation voucher program. Our government of Tamil Nadu has focused about innovation and incubation now. They are aiming for 400 startups. Now we have cleared about 115. Out of 115, our CIC is number 1. I am proudly say that it is very tough to select. The two committees are there. They are technical people and steering committee. It is not easy for awarding of startups. They are the pillar of committees are very they are legends of selection. And that 17 people selected it is very tough. I think day and night our Parveen sir, Prem sir and Nisha madam எல்லாம் டே அண்ட் நைட் ஒர்க் பண்ணதுனால தான் இன்னைக்கு இந்த 17 வந்தது. இல்லைன்னா இட் இஸ் வெரி டஃப். Out of, we have received 40 applications from CIC. Out of 40, 17 select ஆனது ரொம்ப பெரிய அச்சீவ்மெண்ட். I am the pre-screening committee. ஒவ்வொரு டெக்னிக்கலையும் பார்த்தா ஒவ்வொரு அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் தட் குட் ஒர்க், குட் ஒர்க், ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் பிரசன்டேஷன் பண்றப்ப பார்த்தா எங்களுக்கே இட்ஸ் ரியலி வெரி சேலஞ்சிங் திங்ஸ். Next to our CIC that Congo and others and our incubation.
respected dignitaries on the dais, all the distinguished guests of the dais, the faculty members, students, and other dignitaries on virtual mode, and friends. Very good afternoon to you. And first of all, it is my duty to extend warm greetings on the occasion of celebrating the CIC Second Foundation Day and also the Demo Day of this prestigious institution. I also congratulate them for the achievements they made in the past 2 years, because I know the issues on this, because the Tamil Nadu Veterinary and Animal Sciences University also, we have started this incubation foundation a couple of years back. And we are also happy that they have come forward to have MOU with us, and because this is an occasion wherein we can share the knowledge and also infrastructure facilities, because the approach is multidisciplinary. Certain areas we can be alone, but in most of the areas we have to work together with multiple disciplines to achieve whatever our target. And also on the infrastructure side, there are many things which are requiring huge investments. We need not duplicate them and make good use of it so that it is continuously functional and it is available for everyone's use who want to really make it. So with this thing, I just brief out what we do in our university. Ours is the first veterinary university that has got the incubation foundation in the country. So we are the first to establish, which is called as Veterinary Incubation Foundation at Tanuvas just a couple of years back. So our idea is still, as they said, the initial reach up, everybody thinks how it will start, we don't know how it will go. We're also worried, but in the past 2 years, we were able to register 22 startups in these 2 years. And we are very happy about that. And not only that, because as the days pass by, also COVID also has taught us something. And then we have started in Chennai. But ours is to extend to other institutes, because we have got several colleges located in the wing, and also college at Food and Dairy Technology, and also Pouch Technology at Hosur. So a lot of things are there to do on the veterinary animal sciences and also on the food sciences. So they are much interested on the food sciences. Other students are coming to us for the training program and all. And we are always extending this to all the people who are coming to us, all the students. And we are extending to our institutes at Namakkal Veterinary College, and also the Food and Dairy Technology Institute at the Koduveli. And not only that, it is not only the physical one. Of late, we are also encouraging people work on virtual mode also. So they can be there on the site. So we will give the technical support to them, so they need not travel or here, come and sit here. And then they just stay in their own place, and getting our guidance, they do their job. So that way we have gone to another type of step over here. And we are very happy that we have in certain areas, as is rightly said, that diverse areas are being covered, and at least that has got an advantage, as it is rightly mentioned here. And we are also working really on this IoT, robotics, then 3D printing and AI in the veterinary science domain, but also on the other aspects we can make it. So we are developing this, incubating the startups where we are working on vaccine delivery system, identifying animals through artificial intelligence, app development for estimating the production capacity of cows, and then biodegradable materials and so on. I mean, the scope is very wide, and we can work with many people on this aspect. And not only that, we are also, because this is one area where you say about the custom young, how to
DST that has really, became a catalyst and then started doing the entrepreneurship programs. And they have been able to very successfully set up, I think, almost about several incubation centers. They call it technology business incubators, TBIs, in the country in several places. And that's how they started, taking. And then came our economic liberalization in 1991. And with the economic liberalization, what we felt was that what we used to do earlier, the copy the technology or reverse engineer the technology, you cannot, no more you could do. So industry has realized that we need to invent. But industry could not take up the invention very far because they find that, capital requirement was very high. And also at the end, there is uncertainty of what you will get when you are doing the knowledge-based developments. And also, it's a long-term process. So the industry was not showing any interest. And the academic institutions which have been developing a large number of new ideas, new knowledge, other things, there were no takers for those kind of things. So that was around that is the time that there is a new segment a new sector has emerged in the whole world. That is nothing but information technology, information and technology enabled services, information technology, information communication technology. These are the segments that have emerged. And it was many of the Indian companies, many startups, those who are into that particular field and those who have come particularly from IITs and engineering colleges, they all entered into this particular area of what I call is that the IT area. And several of them have set up their own startups. In fact, Infosys is what one time was a startup. And then they have grown into what they are today. And several other companies, I can give you many examples are there, that many of them have become ultimately big. Indeed, what I would call is that today, many of the big companies, what we call it, very big companies, all of them are based on IT, ITES or ICT based companies. So that has given in the country what I would call is a great recognition to the country on one hand, and the respectability to the country has been brought by this particular segment of ITES. I think that has spurred the other departments in the governmental segment, particularly like biotechnology, IT, and etc. They all started that they also wanted to enter into what I would call entrepreneurial ecosystem and entrepreneurial business. That's where the BIRAC came about 8 years back, and even before we started working on various aspects. So BIRAC has today, as Manish Niwal said, that they have about 60 incubation centers all over the country, and most of them have been located in what I call the southern part of this thing. Still, northern part has not taken up so much as the southern part. So that has this new segment when it came into the picture. Another thing that there was the others are also not enthusiastic about starting the new industry. For example, we talked about Covaxin for the pandemic and other things, Bharat Biotech, which is also in 1997 was a startup, a small company which was started in Hyderabad. And then today it has grown into a big company, and today it will become a big name because of one vaccine that they have developed for addressing the Covaxin addressing the pandemic of COVID-19. So that's how people have entered into this particular thing. Even, for example, Biocon, which is very much in the Shire started, this also became a very big company. And there are many others, which may not be as big as these ones, but then they have entered into this particular area and started doing this particular thing. Now, but the role of academic institutions becomes very important in enabling the entrepreneurship, progressing your incubation activity and other things. See, there are, if you look into the incubation, early stage knowledge enterprises, what happens is they have certain peculiar needs, which others do not have. The needs is that they have to be near to the knowledge base. Okay, they have to be strong domain expertise, because in and around they need a strong domain expertise.
கொஞ்சம் ஊற்றுக்கோங்க.
ஒரு மாதத்துக்கு மொத்தம் பார்த்தா 3 மாதம் 90 நாள்லேருந்து 100 நாள் தான் பயிர். ஸோ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 15 கிராம் உரமும் 100லேருந்து 110 120 கிராம் எம்எல் தண்ணி தான் சார் கொடுக்குறோம். அவ்வளோ தான் தண்ணி கொடுக்குறோம். பட்
Are they non-invasive? It's not non-invasive. Not invasive. It is a blue-green algae. Yeah. Here the center with our own institutions.
Maybe we'll just walk around and then maybe after lunch.
ஓகேவா?
إنك على كل شيء قدير. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله تعالى وسلم على خير سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وعلى والحمد لله رب العالمين. صلى الله عليه وسلم.
நான் கொஞ்சம் அண்ணனா ஓகே பேக்கில் வந்து
We have 21 acres of spices.
before the channel.
We have cultivated coffee and all kinds of spices like cloves, pepper, lemon.
on the come to the stage. Chief guest Dr. Yogesh Rao sir, Ahmad sir, Vice Chancellor sir, P. Mohammed sir, P. Mohammed sir, please. Azad sir, please.
என்ன பிரச்சனை அப்படின்னா எலக்ட்ரிக் வெஹிக்கிள்ஸை சார்ஜ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு நம்ம கோலை யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். அதுவே கோலை யூஸ் பண்ணணும், அதையே நம்ம கோலில் யூஸ் பண்ணி இல்லை ஒரு அன்கன்வென்ஷனல் மெத்தட் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். நம்ம ஊரில் இவ்வளோ சோலார் எனர்ஜி இருக்குது, இதை வச்சு டைரக்ட் கரண்ட் யூஸ் பண்ணி சார்ஜ் பண்ணால் ஒரு ஹவருக்குள்ள ஒரு காரை சார்ஜ் பண்ணிடலாம். இதுக்கு அவ்வளோ கஷ்டப்பட்டு நம்ம ஒரு ஃபியூவலில் பேர்ன் பண்ணி என்விரான்மெண்ட்டை பொல்யூட் பண்ணுவோம். ஈஸியாக நம்மளால சோலார் கரண்ட்டை வச்சு காரை சார்ஜ் பண்ணலாமே அப்படின்ற ஒரு சின்ன ஐடியாவாக தான் இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ சிஐசிக்கு இந்த ஐடியாவை நாங்கள் சோலார் பிளான்ட் வந்து ஏற்கனவே வச்சிருக்கோம் எங்களோட கம்பெனியில், நீங்கள் வெறும் உங்கள் ப்ராடக்ட்டை வந்து இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ண முடியுமான்னு கேட்டாங்க. ஸோ அங்கே தான் இந்த ஜேர்னி ஸ்டார்ட் ஆச்சு. ஸோ நவ் வி ஆர் எக்ஸ்பேண்டிங் டு 5 more clients. Hope we will install everywhere. Thank you so much CIC for this opportunity and President, it would have been impossible without you. Thank you so much.
Augmented reality startup ಇದೆ.
Sir, ready sir. Sir. Laser, laser, இப்படி drop.